The rain hit hard against the windshield. My wipers were broken again. I was already 20 minutes late picking up Lily. My chest felt tight, like the world was pressing in on me from all sides. I parked outside the school and ran. Her teacher stood under the awning with Lily beside her, tiny pink backpack on, hugging herself against the cold. The teacher spoke. "Joel, this is the third time this week," I nodded. "I know, I am sorry. Work kept me." She sighed and walked back in. No judgment in her voice, but the disappointment still stabbed. Lily looked up at me. "Daddy, are you okay?" I forced a smile. "I am fine, Lily, come on." We walked home in the rain. My jeans were soaked. My phone buzzed in my pocket. Another message from my landlord reminding me rent was due. He always sent them early. Always rude. Always loud. Something inside me cracked. I stopped in the middle of the sidewalk. Rain dripping from my hair. Lily holding my hand, I unlocked my phone. The screen was cracked, letters smearing behind the glass. I typed fast, "I am done. I have a daughter. I work 2 jobs. I am not begging anymore. Fix the heat like you promised or I am done paying." I hit send. My thumb trembled, then my stomach dropped. Wrong number. Not the landlord. A random contact I must have missaved. I swore under my breath. Great, perfect, we got home. The apartment was freezing. Blank walls, thin air. I set Lily on the couch, wrapped her in the only thick blanket we had. My phone chimed. A reply. "Who are you? And why are you living like this?" I frowned. The tone was sharp, clean. Not mocking. Not kind either. "Just cutting," I typed back. "Sorry, wrong message." Ignore it almost instantly. "No, answer my question." My chest tightened again. I wanted to throw the phone, but something made me type. "My name is Joel. I have a daughter. Life got complicated." "That is all," another reply. "You sound defeated." "Do you accept your situation?" I stared. The rain outside echoed inside my skull. I typed slowly this time. "I do not accept it." "But I am tired of fighting alone." The response came after a long moment. "You do not have to fight alone if you choose differently." I blinked. "What does that mean?" No response. I waited. Minutes passing like hours. Lily tugged my sleeve. "Daddy, I'm hungry." I nodded and went to the kitchen. The fridge held half a carton of milk and cold noodles from yesterday. I heated them. My hands shook from more than the cold. Another vibration. Meet. Me tomorrow. I stared at the screen. "Who are you?" The answer came. "Someone who can help you." My heartbeat thudded hard in my ears. I typed. "Why would you want to?" For a while, nothing. Then, "Because I do not believe people should drown just because no one taught them to swim." "Meet me tomorrow. I will send a location." I read it again and again. A stranger. A confident voice. No emotion, yet something in it felt final. I should have blocked the number. Deleted everything. Pretended none of this happened, but I typed only one word. Okay. I was standing outside our building with Lily holding my hand. The brick walls were damp from last night's rain, and the hallway window was still cracked from when a drunk neighbor slammed it. I kept checking my phone. I expected silence. Regret. Maybe even relief. Then I heard an engine. Low. Smooth. Expensive. A black sedan rolled up beside the curb. Sleek paint. Tinted windows. It did not belong in this street. The back door opened. A woman stepped out. Black suit. White shirt. Heels that clicked like they belonged in boardrooms and marble floors, not on broken pavement. Her eyes scanned the building, then me. "Joel?" she asked. Her voice was steady. Cool. A practiced calm. I swallowed. "Yeah, that's me." She stepped closer. No hesitation. "My name is Avery Hale, CEO of Hale and Cross Ventures." Lily pressed closer to my leg. I could feel her small fingers tighten. I tried to speak without sounding small. "I think you have the wrong person." Avery shook her head. "I read your messages twice." Heat rushed to my face. "I told you that was a mistake." It did not feel like one. She looked directly at me. "You spoke honestly." "Most people do not," I let out a breath. The street felt too quiet. "Look," I said, "I appreciate you coming, but people like you do not show up here. And they definitely do not help for free." Her eyes flicked, not offended. More like she expected that answer. "You are right. I do not help everyone. Only those who are trying." Lily peeked up at her. Avery's gaze softened by a fraction. She crouched down so she was eye level with her. "Hi, you must be Lily." Lily nodded, cautious. "Yes," Avery smiled, small, real. "I like your backpack." "The stars look very brave," Lily whispered. "My daddy got it for me." Avery looked up at me again. There was something different in her expression now. Something human. Not cold at all, I felt something shift inside my chest. Something I was not ready for. I cleared my throat. "Why me, of all people? Why answer it all?" She stood again. Straight posture. Controlled breath. "Because I know what it looks like to fight alone. And I do not think you should." My heart kicked hard. I did not want to believe her. "I could not afford to," I said quietly. "Help usually comes with a price." "Then let me make it simple." Avery reached into her coat and pulled out a card. White, clean. Her name printed in simple black print. She placed it in my hand. "Come to my office tomorrow. I want to offer you a job." I stared at her. "A job?" "Yes. Why give me work you know nothing about me?" Her eyes met mine, steady as steel. "I know enough. You protect what you love. You endure. That is rare." The wind moved between us. I could feel my pulse in my palms. Lily looked up at me. "Daddy, can we go see her office?" I could not speak for a moment. I could only look at Avery. She waited. No pressure, no smile, just presence. I finally said one word: tomorrow. The elevator doors opened and I stepped into a different world. Glass walls, steel frames, soft footsteps on polished floors. People in perfect clothes moved like they were late for something important. I tugged at my collar. It was my only clean shirt. I had ironed it over the stove the night before. A receptionist approached. "Mr. Joel, Ms. Hale is expecting you." My heart hit hard once. I nodded and followed her down a hallway that felt too quiet. Every pair of eyes followed me, curious, confused, judging. The receptionist opened a door. "Please go in." Avery stood at a wide window, the city spread behind her. She turned when she heard me. Her face was unreadable, but her posture softened by a fraction. "You came?" I said I would. She gestured to a chair across from her desk. "Sit," I sat. The chair was too soft. I tried not to sink into it. Avery leaned her hands on the desk. "I will ask you questions. Answer honestly. Do not try to impress me." I nodded. "Do you take pride in your work?" "Yes, even when it is work no one else wants." "What matters most to you?" "My daughter." She watched my face when I answered like she was measuring something. "Do you want stability or do you want growth?" My throat tightened. "I want a life where Lily does not have to watch me drown while pretending to swim." Avery's eyes flickered. Something in them cracked for just 1 second. Not pity, recognition. She took a breath. "I want to offer you a job. Logistics and supply management. Training included. Full salary. Full health insurance. A real contract," I stared. "So this is charity?" "No, I do not give charity." Her tone sharpened. "I invest in people who are worth the investment." I felt heat rise in my chest. "You do not know me." "That is not true." She stepped closer. "I know the way you spoke in that message. People who have given up do not speak like that. People who still want to stand do." Before I could respond, the door opened. 3 people walked in. Suits, tight mouths, cold eyes. "Avery, we need to talk. Now." One of them pointed at me. "You cannot be serious." "He is nobody. We do not hire people like this. It will make us look weak." My stomach twisted. The room shrank. Avery did not look at them. "Get out." They did not move. "You cannot just bring a stranger off the street. This is reckless, emotional, dangerous." Avery turned her head slightly. Her voice stayed calm. "I said get out." Something in her tone made the air drop 3 degrees. They left without another word. My hands were shaking. "I told you. People like me do not belong here." She faced me fully now, not as a CEO talking to a potential employee, but as a person standing in front of another person who had been hurt too many times. "Listen to me, Joel." Her voice lowered. "I do not make decisions based on fear." She took 1 step closer. Close enough that I could see the faint tiredness behind her eyes. Close enough that I could feel her presence like warmth. "Do you?" The room held its breath. I did too. I was carrying boxes in the warehouse when I saw her watching me from the balcony above. Avery stood with her arms crossed, eyes following every movement I made. Not judging, studying, I tried to ignore it. I focused on the weight in my hands and the ache in my back. At lunch, she appeared beside me in the cafeteria. No warning. Just the sound of a chair sliding out. "Sit with me," she said. Everyone looked up. Forks paused. Conversation stopped. I sat anyway. She passed me a small plate. "Try this," the chef insisted. I tried not to laugh. "We have a chef?" "We have 3. She looked at me. "You are not used to this." "No, I usually eat whatever I can afford." Avery tilted her head. "What do you want to afford one day?" I hesitated. "A home where Lily can sleep without hearing neighbors break things. A door that locks right. A heater that works." Her expression softened. "You will." I looked up. "You sound very sure." "I am." For a moment, everything went quiet. Then something unexpected happened. She laughed. Not polite. Not calculated. It was warm, bright, real. Heads turned. People stared like they were seeing something rare. She noticed and lowered her voice. "They look surprised, because they think you do not laugh. Most days I do not." Her gaze held mine a second too long. I felt heat rise in my chest. I looked away and took another bite. We said nothing, but the silence felt alive. Days passed. We settled into a rhythm. She checked on my work. I tried to act like her attention did not affect me. But every time our eyes met, something inside me pulled tighter. Then came the evening she offered us a ride home. Lily ran ahead of us in the parking garage, her small shoes echoing. Avery unlocked the car and held the door for her. Lily climbed in without hesitation. Avery smiled at her reflection in the rearview mirror as she drove. "You had a good day?" Lily nodded. "I liked helping you sort the papers." Avery glanced at me. She is sharp and patient. "She's stronger than I am," I said quietly. The streets changed from downtown lights to cracked sidewalks and rusted fences. The closer we got, the more still Avery became. We stopped in front of my building. The paint was peeling. The entrance light flickered. A couple argued in the hallway loud enough to hear through the car doors. I felt ashamed, exposed. I reached for the door handle. Avery spoke before I opened it. "Joel," her voice was low, different. She looked at the building, then at Lily, then at me. "How long have you lived like this?" I forced a breath. "Too long," her jaw tightened. Not in judgment. In anger, not at me, at the world. She turned fully to me. No distance. "No mask. Pack your things." I stared at her. "What?" "You and your daughter are staying in the company apartment." The car went silent. My pulse stumbled. I did not answer. I only felt the air shift between us. "The apartment smells like garlic and butter." Avery is at the stove again, sleeves rolled up, hair tied back. My daughter Lily sits on the counter, swinging her legs. Laughing at something Avery said, I lean in the doorway and try to smile like my heart isn't tightening in my chest. "Avery, you really don't have to keep doing this," I say. She glances back. "I want to." Besides, Lily is my best helper. "Right, chef?" Lily nods. "We made stars out of the carrots." Avery grins. Her eyes soften in a way that makes me forget how to breathe. We eat together on the small couch, plates in our laps, a movie playing quietly. Lily gets sleepy and I tuck her into the bedroom. When I return, Avery is sitting there, hands resting on her knees, looking at me like she's thinking too much. I take the spot beside her. Close. Maybe too close. "You okay?" I ask. She nods, but I see something flicker. Something guarded. "Are you ever afraid," I say, "that something good is going to be taken away the moment you relax?" She stares at the TV instead of me. Every day, silence. Not empty. Heavy. Our hands touch on the blanket. I feel her breath catch. My chest warms and tightens at the same time. She whispers, "You're a good father." I shake my head. "I'm trying. Some days it feels like I'm failing." "You aren't." She turns toward me. Her knee brushes mine. "You care." "That's rare." Her voice is soft, close. Her eyes flick to my lips. My heartbeat stumbles. "Avery," I whisper. She moves closer. Slow. I can smell rosemary from the kitchen in her hair. Her fingertips graze the back of my hand. I feel her breath on my cheek. The world gets quiet. Then she freezes. Like something in her head slams a door shut, I shouldn't, she whispers. Why not? She stands, too fast. I should go, my chest hollows. Avery, talk to me. She runs a hand through her hair. It's not that I don't want to. I do, I just can't let myself. Not yet. Tell me what's holding you back. Her eyes flicker again. Fear, and something like guilt. Before she can answer, a sharp knock echoes through the apartment. We both jump. Lily stirs behind the bedroom door but doesn't wake. Avery's face drains of color. Avery, I say, quietly now. Who would come this late? She doesn't answer. She walks to the door like her legs are heavy. She opens it only a few inches. A man stands there. Dark coat, sharp eyes. He looks directly into the apartment straight at me. Avery, he says. His voice is calm but cutting. Does he know who you really are? I stand up slowly. My pulse feels like thunder. Avery, I say. What is he talking about? She doesn't move. She doesn't speak. The man steps forward, and I realize everything I thought I knew about her may be wrong. Nathan's voice hits the room like a blade. We need to talk. Alone. Avery steps back into the apartment. Her hand shakes when she closes the door behind them. I stand in the kitchen with my chest tight. The walls feel too thin. Their voices drift through anyway. Avery, you cannot keep doing this, Nathan says. His tone is low and controlled. I know what I'm doing, she answers, but she sounds tired. Not confident. You think he will understand when he finds out why you're here. You think this will end well? She doesn't respond. Silence presses hard. I find myself leaning closer to the wall. My heart pounds. Nathan speaks again. You made a promise. You walked away from an entire life. People are still paying for that choice. Avery's voice cracks. Stop, not here. You were engaged. You left without a word. You think that never mattered? My stomach twists. Engaged. Avery whispers something I cannot hear. Then the conversation ends with footsteps and the quiet click of the door. Nathan leaves without looking at me. Avery stands there, shoulders slumped, eyes unfocused. She looks smaller than I have ever seen her. I step toward her slowly. Avery, she exhales and sits on the couch. Her hands tremble. I sit beside her, close but not touching. She stares at her fingers. People will say things about me. They always do. I just need you to not believe them. Her voice is soft and tight, like something is breaking inside her. I swallow. Then tell me what is true. She lifts her head. Her eyes are wet. I used to live in a world where everything looked perfect. Money, status, appearances. I was engaged to someone who loved that world. I realized I couldn't breathe in it. So I left. That decision ruined things. For people. For families. I still regret parts of it. Her hands twist together. I feel the ache in her voice. The weight of memory. I say quietly, you do not sound like someone who did something selfish. You sound like someone who survived. She looks at me. For the first time, she looks afraid of me. Afraid of what I might think? You're not angry? She asks. No, I say. I just want to understand you. Her breath shakes. She leans slightly toward me. Our shoulders touch. The warmth is small but real. I care about you, she whispers. I feel the words in my spine. I want to take her hand. I want to pull her closer. But I wait. Because right now she is fragile. Lily stirs in the next room. The moment softens. We sit in quiet. Later, after Avery leaves, I clean the kitchen to settle my thoughts. I try not to replay the words. Engaged, promise, broken. My phone buzzes on the counter. An unknown number. I open the message. Avery destroyed a family to get what she has. Ask her who she used to love, I freeze. The air seems thinner. My pulse kicks up. The phone buzzes again. Same number. One more message. You deserve to know the truth. I look toward the door she walked out of. My chest tightens. What truth am I stepping into? I find Avery in the conference room, standing by the windows. Her reflection looks tired, pale. The city lights behind her feel colder than usual. I hold my phone in my hand. The message is still open. My voice comes out low. Avery, I need to ask you something. She turns. Her eyes already look like she knows. Like she has been waiting for this moment. I got a message, I say. It said you destroyed a family. That you left someone. That people paid for it. Avery's jaw tightens. She looks away. So it starts again, she whispers. I step closer. My chest feels tight. I am not accusing you. I just need the truth. From you, her breath trembles. I cannot tell you everything. Not yet. That is not fair, I say. You ask me to trust you. You ask me to let you into my home, into Lily's life. But I cannot trust something I do not understand. Her eyes lift to mine. They shine with something raw, regret, shame, fear. Everything I have, she says quietly, I got because I ran away from a life that was killing me. But leaving came with damage. People got hurt. Not because I wanted it. Because I chose to survive, I swallow. Who did you leave? Her voice cracks. Someone who loved who I pretended to be. Not who I was, silence. Heavy and thick, I want to reach for her. I want to pull away. Both instincts fight in my chest. She steps closer. Close enough that I feel the warmth of her breath. But she does not try to kiss me. She reaches for my hand instead. Her fingers are trembling. Stay, she whispers. Even if you hate me, stay. My heart twists. I feel everything at once. Anger, want, fear, need. I do not hate you, I say. I just do not know how to hold all of this. Her hand tightens around mine. Then let me carry it with you, she says. I breathe in, slow, unsure. The air between us feels fragile, like glass. A voice calls from the hallway. Hey, the event is starting downstairs. Bring the kid. Everyone wants to meet her, Lily. The company event. I nod. We walk together to the ballroom. People in suits. Warm lights, music. Lily runs ahead laughing. She talks to everyone. She looks like she belongs here, more than I ever have. Avery watches her with a softness that breaks me. For a moment, everything feels almost safe. Time passes in smiles and small conversations. I turn to check on Lily again. She is not where she was. I scan the tables. The hallway. The stage. Her bright yellow hair clip should stand out anywhere. Avery, I say. My voice is already tightening. Where is Lily? Avery's eyes sharpen. She moves quickly, scanning the room. I feel my pulse pounding in my ears. I push through the crowd. Lily. No answer. The room is suddenly too loud. Too dark. Too big. I look toward the open doors leading out of the ballroom. She is gone. I run through the hallway, heart pounding so hard I taste metal. Avery is right behind me. Her voice is sharp with panic. Lily! Lily! My head feels like it is splitting. I push open every door I see. Then I hear it. Daddy. I turn the corner and see Nathan standing in the courtyard. Lily is beside him. She looks scared but unharmed. I run to her and pull her into my arms. I hold her so tightly my hands shake. What were you doing? My voice is raw. Nathan lifts his chin. Protecting you. Both of you. Avery steps forward. Nathan, stop. He ignores her. His eyes are fixed on me. You deserve the truth, he says. Avery reaches for him, but he moves away from her. I feel Lily's hands clutch my shirt. What truth? I ask. Nathan's jaw tightens. The silence around us feels like glass ready to shatter. Avery did not just come from nowhere. She is not some saint who saw your message and felt compassion. Your life is connected to hers. Deeply. Avery whispers, Nathan, don't! My stomach drops. Connected how? Nathan looks directly at me. Avery used to be engaged to the mother of your child. The air leaves my lungs. The lights around the courtyard buzz so loud I can barely hear anything else. My daughter's mother. I repeat. Nathan nods. Yes, the woman who left you. Who disappeared from your life. Avery loved her first. I feel everything slow. Avery looks like she has been struck. Her hands, which always looked steady, are trembling. I shake my head. No, that is not possible. She never mentioned anyone. She never said her name. Avery's voice is barely a breath. I could not. I did not know how to say it without losing you. My daughter cried for her, I say. I held her every night while she asked why her mother never came back. Tears gather in Avery's eyes, but she steps closer. I was engaged to her. But she left me too. She ran. She ran from everyone to save herself. I searched for her. I never found her. I never knew she had a child. I never knew that child was Lily until I met you. Her voice cracks. I did not come into your life to fix what she broke. I came because I saw you and I cared. My throat feels tight, burning. Betrayal is not loud. It is quiet, heavy, slow. You knew, I say. At some point you knew. And you still stayed close to us. You let Lily love you. Avery steps closer. Because I love her too. And I love you. I flinch like she hit me. Nathan watches, silent now. The night feels colder. I lift Lily into my arms. She looks between us, confused. Daddy, she whispers. Are we going home? My voice is steady, but my chest feels broken. Yes, we are going home. Avery reaches for me. Please, do not walk away. I take a step back. I cannot stay where the past follows me like this. Her face falls. Completely. I turn. I walk. The door closes behind us. Lily cries again. Small shoulders shaking against my chest. I hold her, but I cannot fix this. Her voice is thin. I want Avery. My heart twists. I keep my hand on her back. I know. Days pass like heavy rain. I go to work. I come home. I cook. The apartment feels colder again. The warmth Avery brought feels like a dream that should never have been mine. My phone lights up every night. From Avery. Are you both safe? I am sorry. Please let me explain. I never reply. But at night, I remember her hands guiding Lily's hair into a braid. I remember her laughter in the company kitchen. I remember how she looked at me. Not like I was broken. Like I mattered. Pain and love sit in the same part of the body. They burn the same. On the fourth night, I put Lily to bed early. She falls asleep with Avery's name still on her lips. I stand in the doorway for a long time. Then I grab my jacket and leave. The city is quiet, too quiet. The building where Avery works is all glass and silver, a place I never felt I belonged. I step inside. The receptionist looks like she wants to stop me, but she doesn't. Maybe everyone knows what happened. I walk to her office. The lights are low. The door is half open. I hear her breathing before I see her. Soft, shaken. She is sitting at the long glass table. Her head is resting on her arms. Her shoulders tremble. She is crying silently, like someone who has done it many times before. I stand in the doorway, and the sound hits me harder than anger ever could. Avery. She lifts her head fast. Her eyes are red. Not polished. Not powerful. Just human. Joel. Her voice breaks when she says my name. I walk in. My chest feels tight, but I keep moving. I did not know you would come, she whispers. I look around her office. It is perfect. All glass. All control. But her face is not. I did not come because I forgave you, I say. She nods. I understand. I take a breath. It hurts to speak, but I speak anyway. I came because Lily is hurting, and because I am too. Her hand grips the edge of the table. I never wanted to hurt either of you. Then why did you hide it? Because I was a coward. Her voice cracks. Because I thought if I told you, you would look at me with hate. The way you are now, I step closer. Not enough to touch. Just enough to see her clearly. You should have trusted me. Tears fall down her cheeks. I know. And I will regret it for the rest of my life. She stands. Slowly. Like she is afraid I will step away. Joel, I did not come into your life to replace her. I came because I saw you fighting alone, and I loved you before I even understood why. My breath shakes. Love. It sounds like both salvation and pain. I take one more step toward her. The air between us is warm and trembling. I whisper, "Tell me everything." She reaches out. Her hand takes mine. Her hand is still in mine, warm, unsteady. We sit on the office couch. The city glows behind the glass. I can hear my own breathing. Avery begins quietly. I met her at a charity event. Your ex. She was bright, beautiful, torn in ways I thought I could fix. I fell hard. I thought it was love. My chest tightens. I stay still. She told me she loved me too, Avery says. But she used both of us. She took my trust. She took your future. And when she found out she was pregnant, she said she could not handle responsibility. She ran. She left both of us behind. I swallow hard. Why did she leave Lily with me then? Avery looks at me like the answer hurts her. Because she knew you were the better person. The room goes quiet. I lean forward. My voice is low. You did not know Lily existed when she left, Avery nods. Not until the day I met you. And when I realized the truth, I did not know how to step toward you without dragging the past with me. You should have said something, I say. I know. Her voice breaks. But once I started caring about you, it became harder. I was afraid I would lose you. So I waited. I waited too long. I close my eyes for a moment. I think of Lily laughing in her arms. I think of Avery kneeling to tie her shoes. I think of nights on the couch when our shoulders brushed and neither of us moved away, pain and love. Always in the same place. When I open my eyes, Avery is watching me like she is waiting for a sentence. Look at me, I say. She does. I loved her once, I say. But I love who she never was. Not who she became. And you are not her. You never were. Avery covers her mouth. Tears slide down her face. She stands. I stand too. We walk outside into the night. The air is cool. A thin rain falls. The streetlights blur and shimmer like stars in puddles. Avery steps in front of me. She lowers herself to her knees on the wet pavement. No ring, no grand gesture. Just her heart. Her voice is steady. I do not want to replace anything or anyone. I do not want to save you. And I do not want to own your life. I want to share it. With you. With Lily, if you will let me. The rain beads in her hair. Her mascara is smudged. She looks more real than I have ever seen her. I kneel too. My hand lifts her chin. Avery. Stand with me. I pull her up. Slowly. Gently. She is close. Close enough that I feel her breath. I choose you, I say. Not because of the past, but because of now. Her eyes flutter shut. I lean in. The kiss is soft at first. Then certain. Then full. Her hands slide to my jaw. Mine to her waist. The city feels silent. When we part, our foreheads touch. Love feels like breathing again.